There are 3 ways you can harvest your broad beans. The first one is pulling all the plants out and then take the pods. The second one is you just take the pods, leave the plants, because these still have some flowers that would become pods eventually. And the third way that I'm going to be doing is cutting the plants at the ground level, leaving the roots in, because simply put, those have fixed nitrogen in the ground. My plan is to plant potatoes in this bed, so my way of harvesting will be that I cut the plants, I get all the pods of the plants, and of course the plants will be composted, and then I plant my potatoes. That's what I'm doing today. Now, how do you know it's ready for harvesting? If you have lots of pods on your plant that are nice and full, you just press on them or take one off and open it. And you can see how they fill up the entire pod. This is a nice sized bean. So if you have most of your pods this size, which I do, then it's ready to go. So let's get to it. So each branch has about 3 or 4 pods on it. These are small actually. As we go in more, you'll see that I have plants that are much bigger than this. And then there will be some branches that don't have any pods. I'll just collect them in my basket for now, and I'm gonna shell them later inside. That's a huge one. It's all done. I left a few plants on the back row because this will be for my seed bank for next year's planting. So I want these to mature even more and dry on the plant. You don't have to do that, but since I'm not going to plant anything on the back row, it's okay with me. I also trimmed off the tops because the plant doesn't need that anymore. Cover crops are good for winter because it will occupy your bed for the winter, prevent any erosion, and it's just also adds nutrients to your land. And lastly, it creates a lot of composting materials. I'm actually gonna enjoy the tasty beans. It's a lot of material for compost. I've been away from my garden for a whole week, so it's good to be back digging in the dirt. Next thing I have to do is weed this bed before I plant my potatoes. So it's gonna go from this after the weeding. Recall I planted some strawberries in this bed, and most of it looks good, but there are a couple of them that are just struggling. I think they're gonna be okay now that I took out the broad beans. They were shaded, so I think it's gonna come back. But anyway, I'm gonna plant the potatoes, and I'm gonna plant them behind the strawberries, which means I'm gonna still have space for something else here on the front of the strawberries, like something doesn't get too tall. The potatoes have been chilling in this bag. This one is Gold Rush. I'm gonna kind of heal them up because I don't want to dig too much. These next 5 is gonna be Yukon Gold. So this is it for today for the potatoes. I planted 10 hills of potatoes, and now the strawberries gonna have just more sun, and hopefully those that didn't make it so far will start sprouting. And on the front row here, I'm gonna put some seeds. I'm not sure what I'm gonna put. Maybe carrots, maybe beets, maybe something else. So that will be a surprise. So come back later and we'll check on it. See you next time.